Hello, again. Um, I wasn't really sure what to do with this video. Like, I've been having a little bit of conflict lately, and I've got a lot of ideas in my head. So I think I'll give you a bit of insight into my next video. We'll go into more detail about this, and this will give reference to this video because the first challenge that I'll read out to you, which is the third challenge that I did, and the third challenge that I'll read out to you, which is the second challenge that I did. Well, the first challenge that I'll read out to you is by group cell complex. And before I get into that, I would like you to know that when I do channelings, it happens one or two ways. Either I have the intent and desire to know about something, and when I'm humble enough and I'm in a humble state enough, it gets revealed to me. That's through me asking it. Or certain groups of beings, they come to me and they'll be like, "We've got some information to share with you. When you share with people?" And I know these beings, I know a lot of you are against channeling, but my intuition is very advanced compared to. I mean, most people go with what they think is right rather than what they feel. This whole psychic thing is on feeling. Basically, if you get really bad vibes from something, if you tune in energy, right, you'll feel one or two things. You'll feel either like a void, like it's just complete like darkness or something, right? Then those sort of entities you stay away from. Like they're like fallen angels, demons, or whatever. And it's not always necessarily a void. It could be a taint of darkness or something. Or it could just be like full-blown darkness. Like when I first met what most people consider greys, like the actual evil greys, like they screwed with my mind a bit, and some of the aliens there are really clear aliens out there. They started infiltrating my mind and shit, and that was a bit scary. And I went to my guru, and I was like, oh, I had these two beings, and they keep popping in my head, and I just feel like, I just keep getting anxiety attacks, and all this weird shit keeps happening. He's like, yeah, they're trying to do shit to you. And I was like, well, when was I gay? I don't think that they're evil. And it's like, well, how can you judge a whole race on this one person thing? And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, but pretty much, I was like, well, they're both not entirely evil, are they? And he's like, no. But like, the Palladian was part evil sort of thing, and the Grey was just pure bloody evil. And they aren't even the original Greys. I'm not even going to go into that right now. They aren't even the original. The original Greys, they're cool. When you meet them, I think they call themselves to me, or what I'm going to know them as, are the Golden Zetas. That's what they call themselves. They call them the Golden Zetas. Anyways, I won't even go into that. Okay, I'm getting excited now. I've had contact with the Rainbow family as well. That happened when I was in the enlightened state, detached attachment. I'm going way off topic. Speed it up. So basically, when I do challenge, that's one thing that happens. Like my intent draws something to me, or humble something comes to me. So I was taking a crap one day, and I don't really want to know anything, but like I was sort of dwelling on the whole, like why is I just got it in my head something about circles and spheres and like everything moving around in a circle. And so this being, when I was taking a crap, I'm sitting there taking a crap, my mind's pretty blank. And this being just pops in my head, and he looks at me, and yeah, just Kundalini eyes straight on him. And usually when you see an entity, straight away they don't have the Kundalini eyes. Like you have to tune into them to see the Kundalini eyes. It's on a different level, if you can call it that. It's not straight on usually. This being has Kundalini eyes fully straight out, like right there. And I'm just like, shit, this cunt means business. And so he's like, yeah, pay attention. And so he gave me this piece of information, and I'll share it with you now. Everything is spherical. Everything you perceive as opposite actually starts off as one, yin and yang, which separates, repels to only attract again. This is how you perceive history repeating itself. The first minds knew about this, and me. I was taught this by a tall being who resembles a Native American, slightly wider though. What he showed me, I'll get you to picture. Think of your hands, flat against one another. Now see one go down and around to meet the other hand. Now get the other hand to circulate in the opposite direction. So they go like this. And it makes the figure 8. This is all you need to understand. Now, to get you guys to understand who this was, pretty much he was of the group soul, Lucifer. Now, Lucifer, the vibe that I got from it, I didn't dwell on it because it sort of threw me off a bit that this comes from Lucifer. So, Aussie, I use it a ton. But yeah. Alright, he gave me some information. Lucifer's a pretty mixed distortion. They have a few dwelling in the dark realms, they have a few dwelling in the light realms. This guy was more, it was fairly balanced. But if I were to say anything, I would say, like, I got a little bit of a negative vibe from him, and so that sort of put me off really naming who this was, but this group called Lucifer. Second channeling. That's not it. Shit. Second channeling is this one. Ross, understand that as all life is circular, there are ways, points that stretch out to give it into other possibilities. This can be viewed as an arrow with a line attached, shifting one people from, let's say, a tree to a college. This college's information which is presented to you is brought up via your intent. So think of the intent as a line. Do you stretch your line for the farthest point to another and swing around the circle by an act where you are presented with an infinite number of scenarios where change is applicable? Do you follow the line with tunnel vision and grasp what you see? In other words, are you leaving out other possibilities? Are you benefiting from unmasked opportunities? Do you follow doubt, or is doubt the right way to be? Or do you simply recognize your highest intent and winning outcome? Or is doubt leaving you with a mask with the title of loser? If you are confused in some sense, then you've already lost because you're not seeing it from an observing point of view. Stop attaching yourself to a situation. Instead, attach another person into your eyes view who doesn't have the same emotional change that you give yourself, and thus you can begin to recognize the I am that your friend is talking about. That friend was none other than Will, or as you know, Kid Element. He's a great brother of mine. We are on par with a lot of similar stuff, and we don't really talk much now because I won't even go into that. Like, we're still there for each other, we've got massive love for each other, but you get two of the same forces, they come together, they'll start repelling each other, So we keep our distance, and when one falls off, the other grabs the other one up. Now this channeling is by the Arcturian Collective. By them as a whole, not just Swicer, as I'm comfortable with. This guy was more green in complexion. Slightly more green. They have a blue complexion. Anyways, pretty much, also, to give you more hints in my next video, pretty much it's going to be about subconscious states. And when you ask for something, pretty much it goes into your subconscious, and your subconscious asks for it from the creator self, which is higher self. And then the higher self makes it happen through your subconscious, and you've got to be open to your subconscious. Your subconscious is your past self, which is the inner child. The higher self is your future-most self. He's the science of nothingness. He's the all, the absolute, the infinite that's found in everything. Now, I've got to go. I'll get into that later. Namaste, and I hope you enjoyed this. Much love.